Amy Lynn Bradley didn't fall. She didn't jump. She just disappeared. On March 24, 1998, Amy was on a Caribbean cruise with her family aboard the Rhapsody of the Seas. The night before, she and her brother had gone to the ship's club. She danced late into the night and was seen multiple times with the bass player from the ship's band. Around 4 a.m., her brother returned to their cabin. Amy followed not long after. At 5:30 a.m., her father briefly woke and saw her sitting alone on the balcony, smoking. 30 minutes later, she was gone, just an empty chair. They searched the ship, top to bottom. No witnesses, no forensic traces, no CCTV evidence. Security logs confirmed the band member's cabin door never opened that morning. Amy's shoes were missing. Her cigarettes and lighter too, but her wallet, ID, and all her belongings were still in the cabin. She was a strong swimmer, a lifeguard, so where was the splash? Where was the cry for help? As the ship docked in Curaçao, her parents begged officials to hold all passengers on board, but port rules forced disembarkation. By the time coastal searches began, hundreds had already left. Years later, investigators discovered her cell phone had briefly pinged near port on the morning of March 24th, before going silent forever. The FBI joined the investigation within hours. On March 27th, still without answers, her parents returned to Curaçao, held a press conference, handed out flyers, and pleaded for help. Then the calls started coming in from tourists, taxi drivers, and years later, a U.S. Navy sailor. They told stories, unconfirmed, haunting. A taxi driver claimed a woman asked where to find a phone just hours after the ship docked. A Canadian diver swore he saw a woman with Amy's same tattoos being pushed down a beach. The sailor, a Marine, said a woman in a brothel whispered her name was Amy Bradley and begged for help. But he didn't report it until years later, afraid he'd get in trouble for being there. He reported it 7 years late and then failed an FBI polygraph. In 2005, an email arrived with photos from an adult website. One of the women looked exactly like Amy, same eyes, same tattoos. FBI analysts used digital forensics and facial aging software and couldn't rule her out. That same year, a woman in Barbados claimed she saw Amy in a restroom, being followed, frightened, and scanning the exits. And yet, no arrests, no footage, no proof. In 2025, a Netflix documentary reopened the case. It questioned old leads, scrutinized cruise logs, highlighted dead ends. Forensic auditors found crew shift logs blacked out. Some crew records were missing entirely, but answers? None came. One cruise director believed she jumped, alone and in despair, but her family never accepted that. And Amy? She's still missing. One trip, one balcony, one silent vanishing act. Decades later, the sea holds its secrets, and a family waits in the dark.